G'day, welcome to iCULTIVATE. My name's Steve and today we're going to be looking at how to grow kale. Kale is a food that is generally recognised as being a superfood. The reason for that is because it is so rich in a whole range of different minerals and vitamins. Such minerals as iron, calcium and potassium, and vitamins such as vitamins A and C. It's something which I think all vegetable gardeners should have in their garden. Now that means whether you have an actual vegetable plot like I have, or whether you are gardening in containers in an apartment. Either way, as long as you have full sun and some good soil, whether it's in a pot or whether it is in fact in a vegetable garden, you'll be able to grow kale. Now let's have a look at how I make sure that I have a ready supply of kale available for my kitchen the entire year. You can see here I've got on my left here kale that was planted probably 6 months ago, and we've been harvesting our leaves from this for quite some time now. On the right hand side, this was kale that was planted 3 to 4 months ago, and it's ready to be harvested now. A couple of things with this though. Firstly, the growth area of a kale plant is at the tip. This is where it grows from. So if you harvest your leaves from the top, you'll find that that will affect the growth of the plant. So you need to be harvesting your leaves from the bottom as the plant actually grows up. These kale plants here, we've just about finished with them. We're not going to harvest from these from much longer now, and we're going to start harvesting from these kale plants here. But I need to make sure that in another 3 or 4 months' time, I have more plants on the way, so that when these are like these, we'll have another crop to go to. So let's now get that crop planted out, the crop that we're going to have available in 3 or 4 months' time. So here I have my kale seedlings placed out along the soil where we're going to plant them. You'll notice that they are planted somewhere in the region of about 40 centimetres apart, and the soil that we're going to put them into has been pre-prepared. It is very rich with organic matter, so make sure that you add good compost and cow manure and so on to enrich the soil, and the soil itself has also been sweetened with a bit of lime. You could also consider using fire ash, but either way the soil needs to be a pH of about 6 to 6.7, 6.8, somewhere like that. So let's now put these into the ground. So now that we've got these planted out, just a couple of final points. Firstly, kale is something we are harvesting for the leaf. Leaf growth is promoted by nitrogen, so a good water with a nitrogen-based fertiliser would be really useful. Secondly, the pests that these are subjected to include things like the white cabbage moth and aphids and slugs, for example. Now, in order to deter the white cabbage moth, I'm going to put these out like so, and these make the white cabbage moth, which are very territorial, think that there is already one in this location. And I have found that this actually is quite a useful technique. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Whether you are a gardener who is planting in pots in an apartment, or whether you in fact are planting kale out into an extensive garden in your backyard, it really doesn't matter. Kale is a wonderful plant to have in your garden. So can I ask you to go down to the thumbs up and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and go to our website iCULTIVATE.net and join the community. Thanks for watching.